Hello, fellow sim racers, or do-it-yourself sim racers. I've been in the sim racers group. It's just not the same. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video. I tried to make one a minute ago, but I actually didn't refresh myself enough on it before. So I'm just going to make this video addressing the flash tree and the Adreno Motor Shield version 2 with SimHub. So there's a video on YouTube. It's called Do It Yourself Force Feedback Pedels. And it shows a guy basically who builds a circuit board, wires some motors to it, hooks it up to the wall into the USB, and he creates functionality using a program called SimHub. Now that video is really outdated, and I'm just going to show you it's a little easier nowadays. So the first thing I want to show you guys is if once you've got this, I'm just showing you once you have this all installed, like assembled, hardware assembled, this is the next step. So if you get that video on YouTube, it's really easy to find. I think it's the only do-it-yourself pedal force feedback video there is. As soon as he's done assembling it and the motors are connected and everything, and he puts it back together, and he starts looking online for programs, stop there and come to and refer to this video. Okay, so the next step is you download SimHub. You will need to donate, which is not very much, $5 or €5, to get a copy of it licensed. You'll also, what I suggest doing, I don't know if you need to, but I did, and I don't know what it's like if you don't, but download Arduino IDE from the Arduino site. Just type in Google Arduino IDE, and you'll find the latest version. Download it, install that, install SimHub, and then you want to open SimHub. First thing you want to do is you want to go to Arduino because your Arduino is not being recognized. It's plugged into your computer, but it doesn't recognize itself as anything. So what we want to try and do is install firmware so it recognizes itself, and the firmware is based on how you have it set up. So you want to go into here and you want to create a sketch. This, I'm pretty sure, is opening up Arduino IDE, but I could be wrong. So first thing you do is you open this up, and you look over to here and you find whatever it is your base board. Mine is the Arduino Uno Atmega 328P. Okay, that's exactly what my board looks like, and that's how you know you can look at it and be like, okay, that's what my board looks like. You select the port. Mine's COM3 because that was what that's where I had it connected to. COM3, I am pretty sure, is the USB connection to this. And then you name it what you want to name it. Whatever you're adding to this board has to be selected here. I don't know if you can add multiples of these to the same board. You might only be able to add one of these to the same board. I'm not sure. I think maybe that's why it allows like numbers. So what I did is for the motor shield for the rumble kit. Hi, kitty. For the rumble kit is I ordered the Shake It Adafruit Motor Shield version 2. So you'd click that, add one, and that is as simple as it is. You just go to upload to Arduino. The Arduino IDE will show up, go through its phases, and it'll say success at the end. If it didn't, there's something wrong. It might be the wrong COM. You might need to go to a different COM port. But that should be it. Then it's function. You've given it functionality and recognizability by your computer so that you can use it through the SimHub. So you save your sketch. Can't remember how exactly. Oh yeah, you go File, save sketch. Then you close this. Now you go into Shake It Motors, and usually it'll take you to here first. This will be blacked out, so you want to click this on because it's your Arduino motors and fans. You turn that on. You select this, and any motor, so each motor will be based on one of these channels. You'll be able to tell just by clicking the test button. With one board, you can't go more than 4, so it'll be within the first 4. You test them by pressing the button, and you can feel the motor turn. I did a test run before attaching them to the pedals just to make sure this was all going to work. You go down the list and you'll see all of these effects. Now each wheel, and you can have it set up. It depends on where your motors are on how you want to set this up. This is totally up to you. So I leave it to you, this part, but you have to turn them on to basically get that effect to come through there. So RPM, for example, these are my pedals, this is my shifter, and this is my clutch. I want to feel RPM in all of those, so I have them all on at 100%. Okay, so now once you've selected all those, you've got them all on, you want to adjust your effects, like how powerful one individual effect is. Deceleration G-force, all these effects will be off. You'll have to turn them on yourself. Initially, this is way too high off the hop. Usually it's set to 100. I almost burned my motors out the very first time I had this set up, so be very careful not to do that. I turn it down to 50, and then I drop everything to 0, and I go from there. And then you just play the game, Alt Tab to come back into this program, and you can set it on the fly, get everything going. You have to have this program running when you are playing the game for it to work. I have it set to start with Windows. It's really easy to do that. I'll just show you guys how to do that as well. But anyways, I'll just quickly wrap this up. This is where you set everything up. That's how you're going to feel it, and boom, you're on your way. If you're installing Shake It bass shakers yourself, for example, you have an extra amp and a spare channel coming out of your computer or your TV, you can set that to be your bass Shake It output. It's really simple. You just go to sound output. It'll detect every sound output you have from your computer. You select the one you want. Again, you activate the effect, so you'll feel an effect in the speaker. It puts a sound that'll simulate an effect in the speaker for you. If you have the actual Shake It ones, that's fine. I used a third party, just basically an old sub from a Logitech system, mounted to the bottom of my seat, and turned it all on, and it feels great. Again, this one, off the hop, you have to turn this on. And then in here, as you can see, I have it at 33. It was set phenomenally too high. So 33 is a nice feel for me, and then you can set this all based. So this will be 100%, 100% being 33% maximum. Okay, so that's done. Settings, if you want to make sure that this turns on properly with your computer so you don't have to go around and turn it on every time. I clicked Start with Windows. I clicked it to run as administrator. Run it, start minimize. So you'll have to, once you open it, if you ever have to open it, you'll have to go down here to grab it. It'll be in your small menu. I have it set to close tray, auto detect games. I turned that off because I don't want to see the frames per second in game. And that is basically all the settings I've done. And I have full functionality. It's amazing the effects you feel. I have it in my shifter. I have a motor mounted on my shifter and on my 3 pedals, and it's absolutely incredible. So hopefully that's helpful for all of you. Keep racing. I hope your do-it-yourself sim builds are going well, because mine sure is. I've basically felt like I've completed mine. The only thing I need to do is add functionality so that the seat can move, because I can feel road surface change. I can feel not even just in the steering wheel, but in the pedals and in the shifter now and in the seat. So you really feel like you're in a real car. I highly recommend this mod. One more time, go to YouTube, look up Do It Yourself Pedal Force Feedback, and it will show you there's only one video. He's installing it on a Logitech system. It's universal. You can do it on any system. I didn't hide the wires. You don't have to be that fancy about it. It doesn't have to be that beautiful. You can have it so that the wires sit behind. I would suggest trying to have it so that you have a thicker amount of wire where the wire will bend where the pedal is. Mine kind of just freely sit there and hang, so they really don't move very much. It's really not a hard problem to solve. Really, really recommend it. Yeah, so I will leave that with you guys, and hopefully this was helpful to you. If you guys also want to follow my DDC Game God Facebook page and like it, I post videos regularly of me racing, trying my VR system. I am a VR sim racer. I know a lot of people are not into that. That's okay. I'm definitely not. I don't have anything against people who use a screen. That's even clearer. So I get it. Please like and share and let everybody know. Thank you very much, and hope you guys have a great evening.